And good evening and welcome out again to King City High School as we get set here for high school basketball action tonight. We again will be in the new gym covering the championship semifinals tonight here on Albany TV. Games we'll be bringing you tonight will feature the number 1 and number 4 seed on the girls' side, Stanberry and the host King City girls, followed by the number 1 seeded Stanberry boys and number 4 seeded Albany boys. Second game of the night will feature the second seeded DeKalb girls versus the number 6 seeded Osborne Stewartsville Lady Wildcard girls. And our final game of the night will feature the number 2 seeded Maysville Wolverines and number 3 seeded Northeast Nottoway Blue Jay boys here from the new gym on the championship semi-night here from King City and the new gym. If you were looking for the games over in the old gym tonight on the consolation semifinals, those can be found on the King City High School NFHS site. I will post a comment how to find those games and the link to that here in the comments section of tonight's games. That is where you can find the other games tonight over in the old gym. But again, our first match of the night will feature the number 1 ranked Stanberry girls, number 4 seeded host King City Lady Wildcats. Like to thank our sponsors: BTC Bank, Petty John Auto Center, locations in Bethany and Albany, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, and your Albany Hy-Vee, Dollars Auction Service and Mosaic Medical Center Albany, Northwest Cell, American Family Insurance Agent David Smith in Albany and Stanberry, the Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Association, and the King City and Stanberry School Districts, Pernery and New Shopper located in Albany, and Winter Circle Trophies and Awards North located in Albany. Again, if you are looking for the game tonight featuring Albany girls and Maysville girls, you can find that on the King City High School NFHS system. Again, there is no play-by-play for that, but that is a way that you can watch those games. Again, just provided the link in the comments section if you would like to watch those games. So we'll welcome in our color commentator for the night, Mike Atkins. And Mike, it should be a fun game. We've seen these two teams quite a bit already this year in the Albany tournament as well as in the Stanberry tournament and now here at the King City tournament. Plus, we've also seen both these two teams in the regular season take on Albany. And with Stanberry, they're going to have a little bit of trouble tonight. They happened in the Stanberry tournament. Taryn Matson went down with an injury. She is not back to this point yet to be playing. Amelia Wallace does look like she will play. She was out for the Stanberry tournament, but it is going to be a tough thing for Stanberry to get through losing their point guard.
Well, absolutely, because she's a three-point shooter that stretches the defense a little bit, and the more you don't have that, the more teams can sag and help on Lexi Craig. And when Amelia Wallace was out, then that was really a burden because it was kind of a Lexi Craig, Sadie Rundy show where they had to do a little bit of everything. And I don't mean to demean the other Kings or the other Stanberry players, but that's just the way it was. And so Wallace coming back will help, but the three-point shooting and floor generalship of Taryn Matson, I think, would really be a loss. And I think they are hopeful to have her back.
Yes.
And I think if you probably talk to Taryn, she'd say, yeah, I'll be back sometime, but I don't think anybody really knows at this point of the season. This is an interesting game from the standpoint of I think we figured this was the 8th King City game we've done this year and will be the seventh Stanberry game that we've done this year.
Yes.
So we have seen these two quite a bit of the time. I think Stanberry's kind of had their way. I think if I'm King City, I'm thinking this is the time that we need to make a move if we're ever going to make one. They're going to have good performances from Taryn Hunter and Zoe Tunks, definitely. Yes. And then there's going to need to be that third one, whether it's Copy, whether it's Paisley Catlett, whether it's Roberts off the bench, whether it's Chloe Iberger inside, whoever it is, somebody else is going to have a big game. And I think they're going to have to at least, if not, I don't think you're going to neutralize Lexi Craig, but you've at least got to force her to work and maybe take a lot of shots to get her points and then keep her off the glass. And
that was what I was about ready to say. You mentioned Chloe Iberger. She really needs to be able to keep Craig off the boards because without Taryn Matson, it's going to be a question, how do they get the ball inside to Lexi Craig? And if she's going to have to put in a lot of points, as we saw in the Stanberry tournament, off of misses, if you can keep her off the board, you can kind of keep her point total down and kind of keep Stanberry off the board as well, keep them away from second chance opportunities.
Well, and I think one of the bigger things too is just not be in a hurry.
Yes.
To try to get it inside and not force it. We've talked about that a bunch. Sometimes just reversing the ball and getting it side to side and forcing the defense to move, and eventually that's going to create a situation where there are going to be openings to get the ball inside. And one other thing that we should mention, we talked about her briefly, but I do think that a greater emphasis on Lexi Craig really opens up
Amelia
the gates
Wallace.
for Amelia Wallace.
Yes.
So we've seen her do a great job, offensive rebounding. So it's not a one-man band
No.
by any stretch of the imagination. And King City's going to have to play well, but I think they have the capability of being really aggressive on defense if they can do that without fouling. Heck, we could have a great ball game here. I don't know what their feeling is going into the game. That's always a big factor too.
And again, if you're looking for the Albany-Maysville game, you can find that on the King City High School NFHS network. Again, the link to that is in the comments. We'll be back to start Stanberry King City girls basketball from the King City tournament when we return in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and you can earn that school extra cash. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded just like you. BTC Bank.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start more than 90 years ago. We understand the hard work that goes into building and sustaining your business. And that's why we offer customizable policies that protect everything you've worked hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves. Contact me today.
For details, stop by and talk to Agent David Smith at 116 South Smith Street in Albany or at 303 North Park Street in Stanberry, or call 660-726-3536 today. Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's is family friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
And welcome back out again to King City as we get set for the national anthem, followed by your Dollars Auction Service starting lineups. Remember, tonight's starting lineups are going to be brought to you by Dollars Auction Service. Contact Rod Dollars of Dollars Auction Service for all of your auction needs. We'll let you listen in now here to the national anthem here from the King City tournament here in King City, Missouri, as we get set for game number one, a match between the number 1 seeded Stanberry Lady Bulldogs, number 4 seed King City Lady Wildcats. And now time for your Dollars Auction Service starting lineups, brought to you by Dollars Auction Service. Contact Rod Dollars of Dollars Auction Service for all of your auction needs. And we'll let you listen in now here to the Dollars Auction Service starting lineups for your matchup between Stanberry and King City Girls.
King City and Stanberry. If I don't mess up, King City will be visitors on the scoreboard. All right. Starting lineup for Stanberry, number 12, Amelia Wallace. Number 14, Katie Engel. Number 24, Lexi Craig. Number 32, Sadie Rundy. And number 34, Stacey Brown. And for King City, number 1, Chloe. Number 2, Chloe Abbott. Number 5, Paisley Cadillac. Number 11, Tara Hutter. And number 12, Olia Gabak.
And again, those are your Dollars Auction Service starting lineups for tonight. For Stanberry, it'll be Amelia Wallace, Katie Engel, Lexi Craig, Sadie Rundy, Astasia Brown. For King City, Zoe Tunks, Chloe Iberger, Paisley Catlett, Taryn Hunter, Fulvia Copy. So again, those are going to be our starters for tonight. Stanberry wears their home white uniforms, black lettering outlined in gold. King City wears their road purple uniforms, gold lettering outlined in white.
I'm sure they just announced that King City would be the visitors on the scoreboard. I'm
Yes.
sure that's not going to create any problems for you or I or the
No.
clock keeper.
So we'll have, I'm sure at some point, but we'll get it fixed.
We'll get it ironed out somewhere
Yes.
along the way.
And again, if you are looking for the Albany-Maysville game tonight, you can find that on the King City NFHS network. Again, the link is on the comments here of this ball game tonight, as that game taking place in the old gym tonight from King City. So Taryn Hunter, Lexi Craig will do the opening tip-off. Tip-off one here by Stanberry. We'll get it down to Astasia Brown quickly here on the baseline. Inside to Craig. Her shot too hard. Rebound picked up by King City.
Good entry. That might have gotten walled off by Chloe Gilbert pretty well underneath. Craig just didn't have a great angle to finish that.
That one knocked out of bounds off the hands of Astasia Brown, as Zoe Tunks again will take it up at the top of the key, trying to set up the Lady Wildcat offense.
1-3-1 zone. Looks like they may try to trap a little bit out of that 1-3-1.
Trying to bring it into Chloe Iber. Pass a little too long as it's picked up here by Stanberry. Up top for Engel. Left wing for Rundy. Katie Engel again with the basketball up at the top of the key. Again, Engel getting the start tonight in favor of Taryn Matson, out again with an injury as Lexi Craig goes hard at the glass. This one, no good. Rebound picked up by Engel. And then tipped around and picked up by Paisley Catlett.
Craig may have tried to force a little bit on that. She had Amelia Wallace on the low block.
Copy on the baseline, sends it back out for Tunks, dribbles in, trying to get it down to the block for Iberger. So far, that's what King City has tried to do. Haven't been able to quite get it done, as this pass to Lexi Craig just off the mark as it sails out of bounds.
Right.
Seems like both teams trying to force the ball inside here to begin the game and try and get the inside game going here.
Yeah, for King City, 2 trips and a couple of turnovers. Now Stanberry will press 1-2-2 or 1-2-1-1.
Tunks with it, right wing. Bounce pass to Copy, tipped away by Craig. Gets it to Engel. Now for Rundy on the weak side block. Her shot a little too long. Rolling around on the floor, and it's going to be picked up here by Fulvia Copy. Quickly out for Hunter. Hunter in transition, going to be fouled here on the floor.
You're going to take it out of bounds. Good looks up the court by both teams. You almost wonder Stanberry's got Lexi Craig on the point of that 1-3-1 zone that helps the trap, helps prevent ball reversal, having that size on the point.
Copy trying to keep it in play, but it's going to go out of bounds, and it will be Stanberry basketball.
And also the size on the point may be to try to take Zoe Tunks out of the game a little bit. That
first foul was committed by Astasia Brown against Stanberry, as Rundy sends it over for Craig, right wing. Feeds it inside here for Wallace. Her shot off the mark. Taryn Hunter comes with the rebound, but then Wallace able to tie it up for a jump ball that'll go in favor of King City. Hunter will inbounds here for Tunks. Gets it for Hunter, who quickly brings it across midcourt, and it's a 3-on-1. And then Stanberry quickly brings the defense back as it comes out to Copy. Up top to Tunks from 3. Off the mark to the left. She hit 3 the other night here from King City as Brown comes with the rebound, but the pass, the Rundy, goes off her hands out of bounds.
The last fast break for King City. Thought Hunter had Iberger early and maybe just was a little
Dribbled
late.
in a little too far. And
just a little too late trying to deliver the pass and allowed Rundy to get back and break up the play.
Copy open 3, right wing. Long rebound made off the back iron by Lexi Craig. Gets it down to Wallace on the block. This time she'll muscle it up and get the first points on the board. Stanberry leads 2-0. 5:30 left to play here in this opening quarter. Hunter trying to get it up to Paisley Catlett. Trying to send it over to Iberg, and the pass for her goes off her hands, out of bounds. As Ryan Anderson telling his team to just kind of slow down and breathe.
Well, they've had 2 2-on-1 breaks and just have not converted on either one of them. In fact, didn't get a shot on either one of them.
Kylie Manson will now check in here for Katie Engel. 5:20 left to play here in the opening quarter. It's a 2-0 Stanberry lead. Lexi Craig, right wing 3, leaves it short. And Tunks trying to come away with the rebound. We'll have it out of bounds.
King City playing man-to-man. We've seen them play a lot of zone this year, but
we'll get it inside for Craig. Her shot from the baseline ricochets off the iron, but a foul going to be called here against King City as Craig will go to the line for 2 free throws. Foul going to be called against Fulvia Copy. Her first, team's first. And Craig sinks the first free throw. And sinks them both to make it a 4-0 Stanberry lead. And Catlett's pass going to be behind Copy, but it's going to be tipped off the hand of Astasia Brown as King City gets a lucky break on that one, not have another turnover.
And I think we've seen the Bulldogs play predominantly man-to-man defense this year, and they've been pretty good at it. And you almost wonder if this 1-3-1 zone has maybe caught King City by surprise.
A jump ball here as Kylie Matz at Fulvia Copy will get caught, tied up, and this time it'll be in favor of Stanberry. Rundy top of the key. Over to the right wing for Craig. Now Matson with it at the high post, trying to get it into Craig. Knocked away off the hands of Taryn Hunter, out of bounds.
Good read by Hunter to come from the help side to tip that away. I think Craig had beaten her defender on a backdoor cut.
Isabella Wright will check in here for Astasia Brown. 4-0 Stanberry leads. 4:45 left to play here in the first quarter. And if you're looking for the Albany-Maysville girls game, you can find that on the NFHS network through the King City School as they'll get the pass over to Rundy left wing down to the baseline for Matson. Inside for Wallace. Spins, goes up off glass, too hard. Ball ricochets around, still on the floor. And it's going to be picked up here by King City, and a timeout called here by King City. And it'll be a 30-second Petty John Auto Center timeout. We'll be back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Are you getting ready to move and need to sell your things or even your house? Don't fear, Dollars Auction Service can help with estate or consignment auctions. Give Rod Dollars a call at Dollars Auction Service to set up an auction today at 660-254-2548 or 660-783-2548. Check out Dollars Auction Service current auctions at showmemoreauctions.com.
Remember to check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com during this Petty John Auto Center timeout. 4:27 left to play in the first. 4-0. Stanberry with the lead. Hunter to inbounds. Copy for Hunter. Out for Tunks. Cross court to Copy. Back up for Hunter. Dribbles into the high post and has it blocked away by Lexi Craig. Will try and feed it inside. Stolen away by Copy. Quickly gets it out for Paisley Catlett. Not quite able to control it. Does finally on the baseline. And then Iberger inside. Knocks it in for two. As Iberger gets King City on the board here. They trail 4-2 with just underneath 4 minutes left to play in the opening quarter.
And maybe one of the best ways to beat that 1-3-1 trap that King City's had trouble with, beat it down the floor against that pressure.
Right up top for Matson. Trying to get it to Rundy on the block, and she is going to be fouled. Will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Zoe Tunks will pick up her first, team second.
And if anything, maybe, I don't think Stanberry's full court press has forced a lot of turnovers, but they have forced King City to speed up.
Yes.
And maybe that's been the cause of some of their turnovers more than getting steals off of it.
Rundy's able to sink the first. After 1 quarter of play, Maysville with an 18-5 lead over Albany. As that one's going to be knocked out of bounds off the hands of King City. Giving an update as well in that game. The 5 points scored for the Warriors. 2 from Corey Worrell, 3 from Addison Crawford. Get it to Matson, trying to get it over to Craig. Knocked away by Hunter. And it's going to be out of bounds off the foot of Lexi Craig. Now Stanberry will go back into their half-court defense. Tunks with it left wing, trying to drive to the baseline, is going to be fouled. As the foul this time going to go against Katie Engel. That'll be her first, team second. Kaylee Roberts ready to check in here for King City, and will for Fulvia Copy.
We'll bring in a shooter. If they're going to trap when the ball goes to the side of this 1-3-1 zone, you almost need somebody in the corner, somebody in the high post.
Stolen away here by Rundy. Goes up a little too hard with Tunks in her face. Rebound made by Hunter. And then she'll have it knocked away out of bounds from behind by Rundy. .308 left to play here in the first quarter. It's a 5-2 lead in favor of the Lady Bulldogs of Stanberry over the Lady Wildcats of King City. Hunter up top for Roberts. Back up for Tacey Catlett, right wing. Zoe Tunks dribbles in, weaves through some defenders trying to send it over to the weak side, but stolen away here by Engel. And now she's going to be called for the travel.
Right idea by Tunks, and I think they had the right idea. You had somebody in the opposite wing, and you also had Tacey Catlett coming on a cut down the middle of the lane. And I think she was just a little bit late, and maybe that's why Tunks got the turnover.
Send it right wing here for Tunks. Again, she'll try dribbling down to the baseline. Back out, top of the key for Hunter. And this is the first meeting between these two this season. They were supposed to play last Friday in their regular season game, but that got postponed due to King City being out of school last week. As the foul here against Stanberry is going to go against Anastasia Brown. That'll be her second, team's third. Amelia Wallace will check in back along with Isabella Wright as Matson and Brown will both check out. 2:22 left to play here in the first quarter. 5-2, Stanberry leads.
And a good rule of thumb against any zone defense, you want to get some penetration into the gaps of the zone, but if you don't get a shot, the next pass, if the pass receiver doesn't have a shot, then the ball needs to be moved. Continue to reverse it.
A shot from 3, ricochets off iron from the hands of Hunter. And now it'll be Rundy bringing it across the timeline. Up for Wright. Trying to feed it down onto the block for Rundy, stolen away by Hunter. Stopped and had Tunks a little too late. Tunks for Tasty Catlett in the corner, back up for Hunter. Roberts drives down and loses it inside the paint as Wallace will pick the ball up and give it back here for Rundy as she'll bring it across the timeline quickly out to Craig, left wing. Trying to feed it down into Wallace and knocked out of the bounds off the hands of Taryn Hunter as she's really been aggressive so far on defense tonight here for the Lady Wildcats.
Well, and one thing, some of these absences for Stanberry have forced Lexi Craig to have to play out facing the basket, which she's certainly capable of doing. And they're trying. It looks like they're really trying to make an effort to establish Amelia Wallace down inside and see if they can't get her off and going.
Rundy left wing, 1:05 left to play here in this first quarter. It's a 5-2 Stanberry lead over King City. Angle over now for Wright, top of the key. 50 seconds left as it's up now for Craig. Gets it into Wallace. Gets a screen. This time Wallace knocks it off the glass for 2.
And good patience. Start a little flex action there. Baseline screen to get the ball to the opposite block, and then screen down to get a free throw line jumper. And good patience got Amelia Wallace a layup that time.
And then quickly back in transition, King City was able to get it down to Tasty Catlett. Her shot just a little too hard off the glass, but the rebound will go off of Stanberry out of bounds. Tunks back into the corner for Hunter from 3. Drains it.
Well, the Wildcats really needed that. They needed a lift. They've had trouble getting anything to fall, and it's like that 1-3-1 zone has really bothered them. So big lift from Hunter.
It's a 7-5 Stanberry lead. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Craig drives. Goes hard off, ricochets off back iron. Picked up here by Tunks. 8 seconds. Quickly out now for Camden Carlson, and she's going to have the ball knocked out of bounds off of her foot with 4 seconds left.
Not a terrible decision, especially given the time, but ordinarily you'd look and say, what is Carlson capable of?
And Craig unable to get the shot off before the buzzer. It's a 7-5 lead in favor of Stanberry after 1 quarter of play. We're back to start the second when we come back in a moment. Again, the update from the old gym. Maysville girls lead over Albany after 1 quarter, 18-5.
The Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Associations are proud to sponsor the students of the Albany, King City, Stanberry, and Worth County school districts. The Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Association would like to thank their platinum sponsors from their Tractor Pull, H2 Ag, Jared and Haley Hunchcraft, Ag Power, Victory Chevrolet, Agrivision, Home Bottom Pleasant Valley Pioneer Seed Dealers, S&S Insurance, Clarinda Livestock Market, and MFA Ag Grand River, Albany. Don't forget to mark your calendars for their annual banquet coming up March 19th. When life never stops moving, one thing will always bring your family together. Beef, it's what's for dinner. As Mosaic continues to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic, they are committed to staying connected. Whether you need a routine checkup or to be seen for an illness, Mosaic has virtual options available. The highly trained nurses are also ready to help you when you need them via the 24/7 community nurse line. Plus, the My Mosaic portal website and app are available for messaging your care team and accessing health information. Please visit mymlc.com/stay connected to learn more. Now more than ever, Mosaic is here with you and here for you.
King City basketball to start out the second quarter of play. Paisley Catlett leaves it off in the corner here for Zoe Tunks. Back up for Copy. Drives in, goes hard off the glass, can't get it to fall in, tipping around. Picked up here by Craig. Angle up top now for Rundy. 7:30 left to play here in the second quarter. Craig from the corner for 3 off back iron. Long rebound goes out of bounds here off a mixture of Matson and Amelia Wallace.
Well, Stanberry's come back out of their full court pressure. They're going to keep that 1-3-1. Well, now it looks like they're going to go to some man-to-man defense.
Hunter leaves the jumper short as it's going to be picked up by Craig. Rundy will bring it across again here for the Lady Bulldogs. Trying to bring it inside, picked up by Carlson. Gets it off now for Paisley Catholic. Quickly now for Tunks to bring it across. Rundy tips it away. Tunks still able to force it out here for Hunter.
One of the things the Stanberry defense has done, they've really done a nice job on Tunks. I think she only has one shot attempt. And to her credit, she's not forced anything. She's trying to get her teammates off and going. There's a pretty good option.
And Taryn Hunter just put that one a little too much mustard as it hits off back iron.
That's still good offense. Had a little screen-the-screener action, got a free throw line jumper, just couldn't get it to fall.
Wallace drives and knocks it in for two. Wallace with 6 points, the only 6 points that Stanberry has from the floor tonight. The other three coming from the free throw line from Lexi Craig and Sadie Rundy. Paisley Catlett top of the key. 2 minutes gone already here in the second quarter play. It's a 9-5 Stanberry lead. Now Zoe Tunks with it up at the top of the key. Left wing here for Paisley Catlett. Back to Hunter, right wing, over for Tunks. Copy baseline, leaves it short off front iron. Angle from three. Hits off iron. Matson though able to run down the rebound. Now Rundy from three, left wing, drains it. As she knocks in the second chance opportunity from behind the arc. 12-5 now. Stanberry with a 7-point lead here over King City. 5:15 left to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, and things really starting to loosen up for the Bulldogs right now.
And this time they're going to get Matson here on a block. That is going to be her first, team's fourth. As Iberger will check in along with Astasia Brown. Rundy will check out along with Carlson. Hunter inbounds, top of the key for Copy. Paisley Catlett now drives, goes hard off the glass for two.
Good no call by our official.
12-7 lead as Angle with the top of the key. Trying to get it over to Wallace, tipped into the backcourt there by Hunter. Matson trying to get it to Craig and pass a little too tall for her to bring it in. Tunks drives to the weak side block and a blocking foul going to be called here against Astasia Brown. And that's going to be her third here of the ball game, team's fifth.
Well, that's not what the Bulldogs wanted to see, definitely, but I thought it was a good call. She's holding her hand out like, what was I supposed to do? But I don't think she ever got completely set.
So checking back in for Astasia Brown will be Sadie Rundy. Right wing Hunter from three, off the mark to the left. Tunks able to keep it in play, but goes right to Craig. And it's going to be tipped out of bounds from behind off the hands of Zoe Tunks.
Good hustle by Tunks because Stanberry was in the midst of a 2-on-1, if not 3-on-1 break. It came from behind, knocked the ball out of bounds.
Craig baseline shot. Off iron, rebound made by Tunks. Copy leaves it here for Paisley Catlett. Now the weak side block, Hunter. Her shot ricochets around, and Lexi Craig jumps up and steals it out of the air.
And just like what happened earlier, turnabout's fair play. Wallace kind of just walled her off and did not give Hunter a great angle to get to the basket.
Kylie Matson, top of the key, 3:43 left to play here in the second. Back out for Rundy from three. Off iron, rebound made by Tunks. Good job by Rundy to keep Tunks from getting out and running on the fast break. Iberger out for Tunks, right wing three. Drains it. And that's the second of the night here for Zoe Tunks. And it makes it a 2-point ball game, 12-10 in favor of Stanberry. Bringing it inside for Craig. This time she muscles it in for 2.
And it almost looks like if the Wildcats can get out and run, it looks like if they can, they're really having trouble running their sets against this Stanberry defense. Stanberry's been fairly physical and if nothing else, it's disrupting the timing of the offense.
And Tunks not able to make the next one here from the right wing as Amelia Wallace pulls in the rebound. And now Craig gets this one to fall in for 2, and a timeout going to be called here by King City. They trail 16-10, 2:41 left to play in the second quarter. We're back after this Petty John Auto Center timeout here on Albany TV.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay and limited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
The King City School District is proud to support their students, athletes, coaches, teachers, and staff at the King City School. King City School District understands that the teamwork that is built out on the playing surfaces will help their students succeed in the future. Proud supporter of all King City Wildcats is the King City School District. And the King City School District wants to say, go Wildcats!
2:41 left to play here in this first half. It's a 16-10 lead in favor of Stanberry over King City. Fulvia Copy will bring it across the center court logo here from the new King City High School gym. Left wing for Tacey Catlett. Up for Carlson.
Well, Zoe Tunks hit a big three-pointer to get the lead down to 2. Oh, nice pass.
Heiberger not able to get the shot to fall, but does come away with the rebound, but then going to be called here for the travel before she can get the shot up.
I started to say Zoe Tunks hit a three-pointer that cut the lead to 2, and Stanberry immediately came back with 2 baskets, I think both by Lexi Craig,
yes.
I believe. It's gotten it back out to 6. That's a tough break for the Wildcats and big baskets for the Bulldogs.
Trying to get the ball down to the block to Craig. Gets it up to Matson now for Isabella Wright. Underneath 2 minutes left, and a foul going to be called here against Zoe Tunks for the reach-in. Giving you another update from the old gym in the Albany-Maysville game. Albany trailed 18-5 after 1. Now they trail 26-13, so they cut a little bit into the deficit, but they trail by 13 at the half against Maysville. Rundy with it, top of the key, sends it right wing for Wright. Up top for Matson. Left wing for Rundy. Wallace up at the high post, over now for Matson as she'll try and dribble in, has it knocked out of her hands by Paisley Catlin, and will send it back out for Wright.
Both these teams scramble pretty well defensively and try to help when one of their teammates has gotten beat.
And the pass to Kylie Matson going to be off her fingertips out of bounds. It'll be King City basketball as Hunter will check back in, this time for Chloe Heiberger. Copy will send it left wing here for Hunter.
And you also see King City is being forced to start their offense. You know, ideally a pass from point to the wing, you want to catch it free throw line extended. And King City's starting their offense with that pass to the wing, probably 10 feet, maybe 15 feet above that. And it's hard to get anything going inside. It's just bad angles.
A shot from Craig inside, going to be off the mark and then tipped out of bounds off the hand of Carlson. 16-10, Stanberry with the lead underneath a minute left to play here in the second quarter. We'll get it to Matson on the baseline off the inbound, spins, puts up the shot, she'll be fouled. Will go to line to shoot 2 as the foul going to go against Tacey Catlett. That'll be her first personal, team's 4th. First free throw attempt from Kylie Matson is good. Angle check in here for Wright. As the second free throw from Kylie Matson now is good. Makes it an 18-10 Stanberry lead with just underneath 50 seconds left to play here in the opening half. Taryn Hunter up at the top of the key here for King City. Left wing to Tunks.
Ooh.
And that time, Copy was starting to drive towards the basket. The pass thrown out to the wing and will go out of bounds. Just a little bit of miscommunication between the two.
Well, and I think some were wondering maybe that was a double dribble. But it's the decision, do you call it a muff? And if you muffed it, pick it up, you can dribble. But if official thinks you had control of it and put it down.
And Tunk steals this one away from Rundy here on the wing. And a foul going to be called here on the drive with 11.1. As the foul will go against Amelia Wallace. That'll just be her first, team sixth.
Maybe not a terrible foul.
Not especially with 11 seconds
with
left.
11 seconds, and it's only your first foul. Because I think she did have an advantage situation there if she got the corner turned.
Copy top of the key. Over for Tunks. Shot from three. Bounces out. And then Carlson can't hold it as Rundy's shot is no good. 18-10 after one half of play. We're back to start your Albany Hy-Vee halftime when we come back in just a moment. Remember your halftime tonight on Albany TV, brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee. Another update for you again. Maysville leads over Albany at the half by a score of 26-13.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your sporting snack headquarters for all of your favorite sports. If you want to bring the smells of the games to your living room, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your sports snack favorites before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpless smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
The Stanberry School District is proud to support the Stanberry Bulldog students in all of their extracurricular activities. The Stanberry School District's winning culture is cultivated from hard work and determination, not only in sports, but also through hard work in the classroom from the beginning of a Bulldog's academic career. The Stanberry School District wants to wish the Stanberry Bulldogs the best of luck this winter sports season.
Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany is your hometown trophy and award shop. Winner's Circle North makes all kinds of trophies for sports, car shows, livestock shows, baby shows, and more. Winner's Circle North also does plaques of all sizes and kinds. Want something unique? Winner's Circle North has you covered with sublimation gifts and acrylic awards. To order your trophies, awards, or one-of-a-kind items, call Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North at 816-632-5599 or find them on Facebook at Winner's Circle North.
Thank you for watching tonight's Albany TV broadcast. Don't forget to turn on your Facebook notifications to never miss out on a broadcast like this one. If you would like to be a part of our broadcast, give Jared Rolbus a call at 660-254-4800. If you have something in mind that we should broadcast or have any comments about tonight's game, you can also message us on Facebook. Thank you again for watching.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start more than 90 years ago. We understand the hard work that goes into building and sustaining your business, and that's why we offer customizable policies that protect everything you worked hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves. Contact me today.
For details, stop by and talk to Agent David Smith at 116 South Smith Street in Albany or at 303 North Park Street in Stanberry, or call 660-726-3536 today.
And welcome back out to King City. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Help you bring you tonight's broadcast of number 1 seeded Stanberry girls versus the number 4 seeded King City girls. BTC Bank, Penny John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany, and Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany. Albany Hy-Vee and Dollars Auction Service. Mosaic Medical Center Albany and Northwest Cell. American Family Insurance Agent David Smith in Albany and Stanberry. The Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Association, the King City and Stanberry School Districts, and the Printer News Shop are located in Albany, as well as Winter Circle Trophies and Awards North located in Albany. Remember your halftime tonight here on Albany TV, brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee. Again, over in the old gym, Albany trails Maysville 26-13. It was an 18-5 Maysville lead at the half. So, Mike, Albany was able to come back a little bit there in that second quarter against Maysville. Again, unable to bring you that game tonight, but if you would like to watch that, you can via the NFHS network through the King City High School. Again, you can find the link in the comments here of this video. In this game, it's an 18-10 lead in favor of Stanberry. Stanberry led in scoring so far by a mixture of Lexi Craig and Amelia Wallace, each with 6 points there in that first half. 4 points for Sadie Rundy, 2 points for Kylie Matson. Stanberry unofficially shooting 6 for 20 from the field, 1 for 6 from behind the three-point arc, 5 for 6 from the free throw line. For King City, they are led unofficially by Zoe Tunks with 6 points, for Chloe Ivory, points for Paisley Catlett. For King City, unofficially shooting 4 for 18 from the field, 2 for 8 from behind the three-point arc. No official free throws shot in that first half by King City.
Well, I just thought King City had a really tough time running offense against Stanberry's defense. You know, I thought we talked about in the first quarter, Stanberry played a 1-3-1 zone and really tried to pick up Zoe Tunks far enough away from the basket where she couldn't get much going, and had a tough time. In fact, I think she only got maybe 2 shots off against it. Hit one for a 3, and outside of that, I think Taryn Hunter has the 3 out of the corner. They're just having trouble getting anything done. When I think when they've been able to handle Stanberry's pressure and get into an open break, they've missed some opportunities, but that's always also been maybe their best opportunity to get shots. And I think maybe because of that, I think Coach Went may have seen the same thing.
Yeah.
And the second quarter pulled out of the press, went to straight man-to-man, and I don't think that got any better for the King City offense. They really had trouble running their offense. I think the timing has been disrupted a lot, and they just had a tough time getting any shots off. For Stanberry, same thing really. King City does really fly around defensively with their man-to-man. They're not real big, but they do hustle and scramble and try to help each other out and make it difficult to get. They contest shots, and I think the big difference was 3 big baskets by Amelia Wallace in the first quarter, and then, as we mentioned, when Tunks' 3 closed it down to a 12-10 ball game.
Yeah.
And then Lexi Craig immediately responded with 2 baskets of her own, and all of a sudden here we are with an 18-point lead. I don't think you'd want either team's offensive playbook right now.
No.
I think where Stanberry's had their best luck, they've run some flex offense, and which is a continuity offense and a 5-person interchangeable offense. I've tried to explain it before. I just don't think I've got the time or maybe the expertise to explain it, but I thought they really ran that well and got themselves good shots. And I'm not sure that wouldn't be a bad way to go back, but that's why I'm sitting up here with you and I'm not on the sideline coaching anymore too. But it's been somewhat of an entertaining game.
Yes. I said, and right now, at the moment, nobody in real foul trouble. I mean, Astasia Brown does have 3 fouls. Zoe Tunks with 2 fouls for King City. Other than that, nobody else with more than 1 foul. So really no foul trouble, so to speak, for both teams. Like I said, other than Astasia Brown, who has 3. Other than that, pretty much everybody else safe to go for the second half.
Yeah, and I think if you're Stanberry in the locker room, well, both teams are probably talking about what they need to do to get on track offensively.
Yes.
I don't think either team has done anything defensively that you need to do anything differently. So, I mean, the big question for Stanberry, do you go back to the 1-3-1 trap? Do you stay with the man-to-man? I think both of them have been effective defenses for them. I mean, you got no worries with King City's really. They've scrambled around offensively, and even some of the shots that have been made have been tough shots.
Yes.
One thing you say to both teams is, hey, you got to get back on defense, because the fast break is, I think both teams have dodged bullets.
Yeah.
With maybe the other team making unforced errors in fast break situations, or this could really be ugly. So that's maybe one emphasis I might talk about, is getting back on defense and not letting them have easy shots that way.
We'll be back to start the second after this quick timeout here on Albany TV.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your sporting snack headquarters for all of your favorite sports. If you want to bring the smells of the games to your living room, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your sports snack favorites before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpless smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
And welcome back out again here to King City as we get ready to start second half action. It will be Stanberry basketball to start out the second half. Remember your halftime tonight here on Albany TV, brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee. Again, at the half over in the old gym, it was a 26-13 lead in favor of Maysville over Albany. Again, you can catch that on the NFHS network as well as all of the games tonight over in the old gym on the NFHS network. And again, you can find that link in the comments section of this ball game.
Also, I thought this was pretty well, sometimes I've been known to be critical of officials.
As a head coach, no way.
And, well, sitting up here too. But I think this has been a well-officiated game. They've let some, because it's going to be somewhat physical, and they kept the fouls to a minimum. They've let the kids play a little bit. They've let it go both ways. And I just think the officials have done a nice job so far.
Got to put that caveat in there.
Yeah.
Both teams will start out with their original starters, inbounds into Astasia Brown, gets it into Craig, and she will be fouled as she puts up a shot fading away. And the shot here the foul against King City is going to go against Chloe Iberger. That'll be her first, team's first as well here, 4 seconds into the third quarter. And Craig's first rolls around and rolls out. Second free throw attempt from Craig, rolls out as well. Rebound picked up here by Hunter.
They really emphasize that follow-through.
Tunks over to Hunter, right wing. Shot from the baseline, hits off back iron. Rundy comes away with the rebound. Rundy drives, leaves it inside for Wallace. She goes up and she'll be fouled, as Taryn Hunter will pick up her first, and a quick second here for King City. Just 20 seconds here into the third quarter of play. And Wallace able to sink the first. Tacey Catlett will check in here for Hunter. As Wallace's second shot is good. It's up to a 10-point Stanberry lead, now the largest here of the night.
And King City Stanberry does go back to a man-to-man defense.
Copy top of the key, drives into the paint, and she will be fouled. Will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. We saw just 10 fouls in the first half. 3 here in the first 45 seconds of the second quarter.
Well, and all have been legit.
Yes.
I mean, Stanberry both times trying to getting the ball down inside and forcing a foul. That time Copy took the ball to the basket, tried to split the defense and drew a foul.
We've just got some bad news for Albany fans, as it looks like Keely Siddons has gone down with an injury here tonight. Again, that's just playing with 4 players already. Losing another could be bad for the season. So right wing here for Astasia Brown, up for Craig, inside for Wallace, off the glass for 2.
Good high-low action. This has kind of been a staple of the Stanberry girls' offense. You said they were playing with 4 and had another one get hurt. Do you know something I didn't know?
Well, they had 5. Now with Keely,
4.
They'll be down to 4, yes. So up at the top of the key with it here is Rundy. 6:40 left to play here in the third quarter. And a screen violation going to be called here against, they're going to call the block here against Tunks. They thought they originally called a moving screen, but they're going to call this against Zoe Tunks. And Ryan Anderson looking for an explanation here.
Well, I didn't think it was a moving screen. So I was surprised it was called on the offense.
Yeah. That is now the third, though, against Zoe Tunks here with 6:27 left to play here in the third quarter. Wallace up at the high post, dribbles inside the paint, up and under move, knocked away here by Tacey Catlett. Now Paisley Catlett with it, right wing, gets a screen from Tacey. Now gets it inside to Tacey Catlett, her shot. Ricochets around, picked up by Tunks. She can't get the shot to fall as it's picked up on the rebound this time by Lexi Craig.
But I think Tacey Catlett was surprised she was as open as she was.
Yes.
Maybe tried to hurry just a little bit.
Lexi Craig over top the defense to Wallace, and now Tacey Catlett's going to get the foul as Wallace goes down hard.
Yeah, that's a good post up and really a hard foul on that shot attempt.
That'll be the second foul against Tacey Catlett. Team's 4th already.
And I think Wallace missed some games because of concussion protocols.
Mm-hmm.
And not being a doctor, one of the things that once you get one,
it's easier to get that
like
second.
It's easier to have a repeat.
I've had a couple of those. I've had a couple of those like that.
I wondered about you. Not recently, though.
Nah, not that I can remember. As a Wallace 6 to both. Most of them came from high school days playing football.
Okay.
And a couple from elementary from playing football. And one from golf. That was a fun story.
That was one of the things they always used to say about Gerald Ford when he was president. He was the center at the University of Michigan. And
yes.
Somebody said he didn't know if they wanted a president that would spend 4 years of his life looking at the world upside down.
That one knocked out of bounds off the hands of Fulvia Copy on the shot. Now Copy again gets the inbounds, brings it down to the block, sends it back out for Tacey Catlett. Copy right wing for Taryn Hunter now. Tunks in the corner. Finds Hunter weak side. Her shot leaves it short. And they're going to get a jump ball here between Hunter and Wallace. And this time, ball will stay with King City. Into the corner for Tunks from 3. Off the mark to the left. This one out of bounds here off of Taryn Hunter.
And that may be
I think they're going to call it out. They will call it out of bounds here off of Stanberry.
And that may be as open as Tunks is going to get.
Yeah. Just drifted that one a little bit to the left.
Zone look on the inbounds.
Copy drives in. Too hard off back iron. Iberger, though, able to run down the rebound. Then Tunks inside the paint. Can't get the hard shot to fall. Iberger again with the rebound, no good. And then this time will be fouled. We'll go to line to shoot 2.
Well, and King City's had some looks, just can't get them to fall.
Foul this time against Stanberry is going to go against Amelia Wallace. That'll be her third, team second.
We don't know the extent of that injury to Siddons, do we?
From what I have been told is they think it is a collarbone injury.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not good.
No. But that is the last I have heard on that. But again, those are just speculations from things that we are hearing from the old gym at the moment. Iberger can't get the second shot to fall. 24-12. It's a 12-point Stanberry lead. 4:40 left to play here in the third quarter. Lexi Krang with it in the corner here for Stanberry. Gets it to Rundy on the cut, and this time leaves it just short as coming away with the rebound is Zoe Tunks. Quickly gets it up for Hunter, and she's going to be called for the travel. Now Roberts will check in here for Tacey Catlett.
It's just been a really tough go for the Wildcats here. King City's had a lot of success getting the ball down inside their high-low action.
And that time stolen away there by Taryn Hunter. Her shot no good, and then Iberger has it rejected away off the hands of
maybe just trying
Lexi
to
Craig.
Go too fast.
Yes.
Get under control.
Another update from the old gym. It's Maysville now with the lead 34-15 after 3 quarters of play as a timeout is going to be called here by Stanberry. 3:55 left to play in the third again. End of the third quarter, Maysville leads Albany 34-15 after 3 quarters of play. We're back to hear from the new gym in just a moment on Albany TV.
The Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Associations are proud to sponsor the students of the Albany, King City, Stanberry, and Worth County school districts. The Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Association would like to thank their platinum sponsors from their Tractable, H2 Ag, Jared and Haley Hutchcraft, Ag Power, Victory Chevrolet, Agrivision, Hall Bottom Pleasant Valley Pioneer Seed Dealers, S&S Insurance, Clarinda Livestock Market, and MFA Ag Grand River, Albany. Don't forget to mark your calendars for their annual banquet coming up March 19th. When life never stops moving, one thing will always bring your family together. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
24-12, 3:55 left to play here in this third quarter. Stanberry with the lead here over King City. Stanberry with the basketball following the Petty John Auto Center timeout. Rundy will inbounds, puts it into the high post there for Craig. Now sends it back out for Wallace into the corner. Sending it back in for Craig, but a foul going to be called as they try to send it into her. Iberger going to be called for the reach. That'll be her second, team's fifth. Now Amelia Wallace will check in here for Astasia Brown. Into the corner now for Rundy. Trying to feed it into Wallace. Again, knocked away and stolen away here by Taryn Hunter.
Well, we've seen it on both sides. Sometimes you're better off just throw the ball away from the defender. If your teammate's any good, they'll go get it.
Right wing for Copy, up top for Hunter. Left wing now for Roberts. Trying to drive in and knocked away off the hands of Matson, but picked up by Iberger on the baseline.
Good help defense by Kylie Matson twice in that series.
Roberts up top again for Taryn Hunter. Now Copy will drive to the baseline. Leaves it for Tunks. Trying to feed it over the defense inside for Hunter. First shot no good, second shot no good. Then Iberger can't get it to fall in.
Just they're almost, instead of getting under control, they're almost throws to the basket. And then
weak side, Katie Angle comes in, picks up the loose ball, and throws it off the glass for two. 26-12. It's a 14-point Stanberry lead.
Do you want to diagram that last play out for us?
I need my Madden illustrator here.
Through the hands of Wallace to right into the hands of.
Well, they'd have it on the opposite end as Tunks misses on the first, ricochets off of a Stanberry and King City player right to Tunks again as she's open on the block. Inside for Wallace on the block, has it knocked away by Hunter. Quickly out now for Tunks. Tunks tried to pass the ball.
Might have gotten away with a double dribble.
That's tried to pass it over to Roberts, knocked away, and then knocking down a big three from the top of the key is Fulvia Copy. 26-17, 147 left to play in the third after Petty John Auto Center timeout here by King City. Check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online, pettyjohnauto.com. Back in a moment.
As Mosaic continues to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic, they are committed to staying connected. Whether you need a routine checkup or to be seen for an illness, Mosaic has virtual options available. The highly trained nurses are also ready to help you when you need them via the 24/7 community nurse line. Plus, the My Mosaic Portal website and app are available for messaging your care team and accessing health information. Please visit mymlc.com/stay connected to learn more. Now more than ever, Mosaic is here with you and here for you.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
147 left to play here in this third quarter, 26-17. Stanberry with the lead. But King City able to make it back into a single-digit ball game here in the third quarter. Wallace up top now for Angle, over to left wing. Here for Astasia Brown. And she has it rejected away off the hands of Paisley Catlett.
Well, Astasia didn't have anywhere to go with that anyway. She was behind the backboard, and I think she was going to turn it over one way or the other.
Hunter drives in and trying to send it out. She'll be fouled.
But the right move by Hunter,
Yes.
penetrate and got the ball into the lane and had a wide open shooter.
That'll be the fourth now against Amelia Wallace, team's third, as Matson will check in here for Wallace. Wallace picked up 3 fouls here in this third quarter.
So Brown and Wallace with a little bit of trouble.
Paisley Catlett, top of the key. And going to be called for the travel.
And you almost want to look at maybe trying to get the ball to the basket, trying to spread the floor and drive and maybe pick up some fouls that way.
Minute left to play here in this third quarter, 26-17. Stanberry leads. Brown has it knocked out of her hands by Paisley Catlett, who comes away with the steal. Roberts with it right wing.
We have seen Roberts hit some shots. In fact, I'm not sure that's not being guarded by Rundy. Stanberry knows that too, evidently.
Yes.
They got one of their better perimeter defenders on her.
Hunter gets it here for Tunks, drives in, leaves it now for Paisley Catlett. Her shot is good.
And twice now we've seen dribble drives into the lane and draw the help and find the open player on the perimeter.
Down to a 7-point ball game as Angle up top here for Matson. 17 seconds left here in the third quarter. Kylie Matson drives, has it rejected out of bounds off the hands of Taryn Hunter with 11 seconds left.
Couldn't tell if the referee was going to try to call a foul and held up 2 and then finally pointed the way of Stanberry. I think he made ultimately the right call.
Yes. Lexi Craig
Up and
spins
under.
on the block, gets it to fall in.
And she's been big. She hadn't had a lot of points, but her baskets have come when kind of attempt to break up a little rally.
And Roberts knocks one down at the buzzer. As it's a 28-22 ball game, King City brings it within 6 to start the fourth quarter when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
The King City School District is proud to support their students, athletes, coaches, teachers, and staff at the King City School. King City School District understands that the teamwork that is built out on the playing surfaces will help their students succeed in the future. Proud supporter of all King City Wildcats is the King City School District. And the King City School District wants to say, go Wildcats! The Stanberry School District is proud to support the Stanberry Bulldog students in all of their extracurricular activities. The Stanberry School District's winning culture is cultivated from hard work and determination, not only in sports, but also through hard work in the classroom from the beginning of a Bulldogs academic career. The Stanberry School District wants to wish the Stanberry Bulldogs the best of luck this winter sports season.
And welcome back out again here to King City, where it's a 28-22 lead in favor of Stanberry. Rundy will walk it across the timeline here for the Bulldogs. Over for Matson, and this one going to be rejected out of bounds off the hands of Hunter.
Well, going back to the end of the last quarter, that's a big shot by Roberts. I
Yes.
mean, that should be a big momentum builder. Now, what does Stanberry have as an answer? Got to look for Lexi Craig somewhere along the way here. Just Stanberry, just be patient. They'll have a chance.
Craig puts up the shot and gets it to fall in. She's now got 10 here in the ball game.
She's had that up and under that baby hook.
Hunter back out for Tunks from 3. Ricochets out. Rundy with the rebound.
Tough break.
And actually going to call that one 2 with her foot on the line.
Still a tough break.
And the pass there to Kylie Matson was not expecting the pass, and it goes out of bounds behind her. So it's an 8-point ball game in favor of Stanberry. Just 40 seconds here into the fourth quarter. Again, winner of this game will move into the championship game here in the new gym Friday night at 6:30. Loser will play in the old gym at 4:30 on Friday, as this one ricochets out for Hunter and then knocked out of bounds off the hands of Claire Stanley.
Boy, the last 2 shots by the Wildcats have just rimmed in and out.
I take that back. The consolation game will begin at 5 o'clock. Or the third place game will be at 8 o'clock in the old gym, sorry. So 30-22, Stanberry leads. They have the basketball. Right for Craig from 3. Drains it. And Lexi Craig hits a couple of big shots here to start out the fourth quarter. And put this back up in an 11-point ball game. Tunks gets it in now for Paisley Catlett. Up top of the key for Hunter from 3. And that time misses everything to the left and short. And now Copy will check in here for Paisley Catlett. 6:28 left to play here in the fourth quarter. 33-22, Stanberry leads.
Well, we thought King City had some advantages trying to drive the ball into the lane and then kick it out to the open shooters, because Stanberry does a good job coming off to help out and stop the drives.
And Craig again against Staley is able to knock it in for 2. She's got 7 points here in this fourth quarter, all 7 here for Stanberry.
And big shots because they came at a time when King City had cut the lead to 6.
And now Tunks drives, and it's going to be knocked away. Craig will pick up the basketball. And she'll bring it across midcourt. Gets it out now for Rundy up ahead. Back to Craig from 3. And drains another. And a timeout now going to be called here by King City, as 10 points here from Lexi Craig in this fourth quarter. Still 5:43 left to play. Blooms it out back to a 38-22 ball game. We're back with more after this Petty John Auto Center timeout here on Albany TV.
Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany is your hometown trophy and award shop. Winner's Circle North makes all kinds of trophies for sports, car shows, livestock shows, baby shows, and more. Winner's Circle North also does plaques of all sizes and kinds. Want something unique? Winner's Circle North has you covered with sublimation gifts and acrylic awards. To order your trophies, awards, or one-of-a-kind items, call Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North at 816-632-5599 or find them on Facebook at Winner's Circle North.
5:43 left to play here in the fourth quarter, 38-22. And King City needed that Petty John Auto Center timeout, as Lexi Craig has been on fire here in this fourth quarter. Already with 10 of her 18 points coming here in the fourth, as Zoe Tunks not able to get that one to fall. And then she got fallen on there by Craig, and then Hunter will commit the foul.
Well, you're starting to see maybe just King City getting a little too frantic, trying to go too fast, and Stanberry's just too good defensively. If you got a break situation, that's a little bit different. But just trying to go a little bit too fast to score. I know they realize we're down 16, they got to go, but you can't take bad ones.
Craig with it in the corner. Dribbles inside the paint, puts up the shot off the mark to left. Rebound made by Hunter. Trying to bring the pass into Iberger, knocked away, comes out to Hunter. Her shot hits off back iron. Tipped out to the top of the key for Copy. .447 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Top of the key for Iberger, right wing. Fulvia Copy drives baseline, now pulls it back out, trying to bring it up to Tunks. 15-footer off back iron. Rolling around on the floor, still on the floor with it. And now a jump ball force that'll stay here with King City.
Coach went yelling for a timeout, but I don't think Stanberry ever had complete control of it to give that timeout.
So 4:27 left to play here in the fourth quarter, 38-22. Stanberry leads. They'll try and get it into Iberger, and she's immediately going to be fouled. And if this goes against Wallace, this will be her fifth. If it goes against Astasia Brown, it'll be her fourth.
Well,
it'll go against Wallace, and this will be the end of her night.
Well, gauging from her reaction, I think she knew. Had a nice ball game, though.
And that she'll finish the night with 12 points on the night here for Stanberry. So right now there's a little bit of mix-up here, as that will be the fifth foul against Amelia Wallace, and her night will be done.
And before they inbound this ball, did you say that Albany's lost another player?
We have heard that Corey Worrell has also gone down. She apparently got tripped in the ball game. Have not heard about the severity of that injury, whether or not she's able to continue to play or not. Astasia Brown with the basketball. She will be fouled and will go to the line for the 1-and-1. As the foul this time goes against Fulvia Copy, that'll be her second. And now Stanberry will be in the bonus from here on out. So far tonight, the Warriors have Keely Siddons injured, and then Corey Worrell was tripped at some point. Not certain whether she injured anything or not during that point. But
yep, we don't know the extent of either injury.
Yes. We do know that, though, Keely Siddons did not continue in the ball game after her injury. And right now, Warriors are playing 5-on-4 basketball for the second time this season, as they did against Worth County their last game.
If not 5-on-3.
Yes. So 40-22, 4:14 left to play here in the fourth quarter in this matchup between the number 1 seeded Stanberry, number 4 seeded King City. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Thank you for watching tonight's Albany TV broadcast. Don't forget to turn on your Facebook notifications to never miss out on a broadcast like this one. If you would like to be a part of our broadcast, give Jared Rolbus a call at 660-254-4800. If you have something in mind that we should broadcast or have any comments about tonight's game, you can also message us on Facebook. Thank you again for watching.
Pettyjohn Auto Center in Bethany and Albany is a proud sponsor of Albany TV. Pettyjohn's is your local Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. For new and used vehicles, certified service, and collision center, visit pettyjohnauto.com.
And welcome back out again here to King City. And we do have a final from the other gym, as Maysville girls come away with a victory tonight over Albany by a final score 47-26. And this one's stolen away here by Rundy. Goes up, lays it off the glass, knocks it in for two.
Well, looks like Stanberry went back to the zone. Now they're going to have a violation. King City stepped over the end line, throwing the ball inbounds. King City passer threw it right into the hands of Rundy, who went coast to coast for the layup.
Up top here for Astasia Brown, trying to bring it into Craig. Knocked around, picked up here by Taryn Hunter. Hunter into the corner for Tunks from 3. Ricochets off iron. Copy able to keep it in play. And then out of bounds here off of Astasia Brown.
Well, after Stanberry, or after King City's Roberts hit a three-pointer to cut the lead to 28-22, the Bulldogs now on a 14-0 run. They have a 20-point lead.
We'll get it down here to Copy. Her shot no good off the glass. Rebound made here by Craig. And since Roberts was able to hit the 3 at the buzzer in the third quarter, Stanberry is on a 14-0 run here through the fourth with just 4 minutes and 40 seconds left as that one knocked away there from Rundy. And that time, Copy puts it off the glass, can't get it to go. Iberger with the rebound. She can't get it to fall.
You know, there's got to be some way, I would think. We see a lot of, you get a defensive rebound and they immediately get attacked by 2 players. There's got to be some way to take care of that situation.
And then Hunter comes away with the steal. This time lays it up and gets King City on the board for the first time this quarter.
Yeah, that at least breaks up the run a little bit.
Brown with it, left wing. Up top here for Rundy as Stanberry looking like they're going to go for a line change here. As Craig lays in the floater for 2.
Yeah, almost looks like they're going to try to spread it, and somebody's going to beat you off the bounce.
It's a 20-point lead here for Stanberry, 44-24. 2:14 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Tunks gets it down for Roberts. Dribbles in, loses it, and it'll be a jump ball that'll be in favor of Stanberry.
With Wallace.
Casey Catlin and Paisley. Catlin will check back in here for King City. For Stanberry, they'll bring in Wright along with Caitlin Stoll, as well as Marley Hilton. And I believe the other is Tristan Longer.
Well,
staying out of the floor will be Lexi Craig.
After Wallace went down, King City Stanberry went to a 2-3 zone. And that's been also bothersome for the Wildcats. Maybe a 5-second call there. Didn't get it.
Craig with it up at the top of the key. 1:50 left to play here in the fourth. Puts up a shot hard off the top of the glass. Rebounded made by Tunks. She'll take it herself, and she will be fouled as Tristan Longer came from behind and will make her earn the 2 points the hard way. So Longer will pick up her first, team's 5th. King City will now go for a line change as Tunks misses everything on the first free throw. Carlson Staley will check in along with Carlene Gilbert. And waiting to come in will be Wiley McKinnon. Or Wiley McKinnon will check in. Carlson will wait to come in after Tunks' second free throw. And Tunks leaves it off the front iron. So Craig will bring it across the timeline here for the Lady Bulldogs.
Well, this is a good time for Craig just to kind of run the show. He's got a 20-point lead. Let teammates get a basket here, or a shot attempt.
Gilbert knocks that one into the backcourt, but picked up by Trista Lager. Right with it on the right wing. Up top, and Tunks will come away with the steal. Gets it up here for Tacey Catlett. And then Lexi Craig will knock it away. A minute left to play here in this fourth quarter. 44-24 is the Stanberry lead. Up top for Wright. Back in for Craig at the top of the key.
You want to just hold it and kill it out here. Looks like maybe the plan.
Lager trying to get it to Craig. Knocked into the backcourt here by Staley. And there's going to be a jump ball here, and those are the things you don't want to see in this type.
Yeah, that's
in this time.
Well, I think that's Coach Wynn has Matson here ready to get her off the floor.
Foul's going to be called here against Claire Staley. That'll be her first, team's 8th. Craig is at the line for the 1-and-1, so Tunks will come out for Carlson.
And I think Coach Anderson's asking about a loose ball, but you can't drive on top of her.
Yeah.
You know, when she goes on the, I know you dove for the ball, but you can't dive on top of somebody either.
Craig is able to sink the first. Craig sinks the second one, and now she'll come out of the ball game here for Kylie Matson.
I think the last thing you want is get one of your best players hurt in a blowout game.
Yeah.
Especially
in the final minute.
I had a starter that lost for the year with a broken foot, making a simple V cut, and I had a player at the scorer's table ready to come in for him.
And that time not able to knock in the shot is Wiley McKinnon. So Lager will bring it across the center court timeline with 12 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter. Matson up top for Wright. Over to left wing here for Marley Hilton. Into the corner for Matson. And she will walk this one out as it's a final 46-24. Stanberry will move into the championship game, 6:30 Friday night. King City moves into the third place game, 8 o'clock Friday in the old gym. We'll be back with the BTC Bank postgame when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank school mascot debit card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and you can earn that school extra cash. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded just like you. BTC Bank.
Welcome back out again here to King City. Taking a look here at the unofficial stats from the ball game for Stanberry. They're led in scoring tonight by Lexi Craig with 22 points, 12 coming in that final quarter. 12 points on the night for Amelia Wallace, 6 points on the night for Sadie Rundy, 2 points for Katie Engel, Kylie Matson, Anastasia Brown. Stanberry unofficially shoots 15 for 37 from the field, 3 for 8 from the three-point arc, 13 for 16 from the free throw line. For King City, they're led in scoring tonight by Zoe Tunks and Taryn Hunter, each with 5 points on the night. 4 points for Paisley Catlett and Fulvia Coppi. 3 points for Chloe Eiberger and Kaylee Roberts. King City unofficially 9 for 52 from the field, 4 for 13 from behind the three-point arc, 2 for 6 from the free throw line.
Well, that 9 for 52 from King City tells you about everything you need to know. I mean, that's well under 20%. In fact, that's almost down to, 15% on the game.
Yeah.
And thought we were going to have a ball game at the end of the third quarter. The Roberts hit a 3. The buzzer cut the lead to 6, and then Stanberry toughened up defensively again and went on an 18-2 run in the fourth quarter and put the game away mostly behind the strength of, I think the first 10 points they scored were from Lexi Craig.
Yes.
So that kind of blew the game open right away, and good effort by King City. Just could not find the basket, and unfortunately, no matter what else you do, if you can't score,
you can't win.
That's a tough way to go.
So again, Stanberry moves into the championship game, 6:30 here from the new gym on Friday. We'll carry that for you on Albany TV. King City girls will play in the old gym in the third place game, 8 o'clock on Friday night on the NFHS system through King City High School. We're back with our next game, the Albany Stanberry boys, in just a moment here on Albany TV.